I get it when you're standing in the kitchen or behind a CAF counter. You've probably stared at a pile of citrus and thought, do I really need to spend serious cash on a juicer, or am I just buying a fancy paperweight? You don't want to waste money on something that sits idle. You want to know if it actually saves you time, cuts down on mess, and delivers the juice you need without turning every morning into a workout. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So let's break down whether the Santos 70 Evolution Commercial Lever Citrus Juicer in Gray actually lives up to that promise for people who need serious juice output, and where it falls short for the occasional home user. First off, this isn't a countertop mini press you toss on a shelf. The Santos 70 Evolution is built for the kind of volume you'd see in a small CAF, a juice bar, or a bustling family that drinks fresh orange or grapefruit juice every day. The advertised output up to 13 gallons per hour means you could fill a 5-liter jug in under 3 minutes if you're feeding a crowd. That's not something you'll get from a hand crank model, and it's why the machine feels more like a piece of commercial equipment than a kitchen gadget. If you've ever tried to keep up with a line of customers asking for fresh juice, you'll recognize the value of that kind of speed. The lever action is the heart of the design. You place a fruit orange, lemon, grapefruit on the 8.6-inch spout, push the lever down, and the patented clutch system automatically engages the motor. The fruit is squeezed in a single motion, and juice pours straight into the collection container. What that means in practice is you're not juggling a hand crank while trying to keep the fruit steady. The lever does the heavy lifting. In a test run, I loaded a basket of medium-sized oranges, pushed the lever, and the machine kept a steady rhythm without stalling. The automatic start eliminates the hesitation you sometimes feel with manual presses, which can cause uneven extraction and wasted fruit. All the parts that actually touch the fruit or the juice are stainless steel. That's a practical advantage beyond the usual looks shiny talk. Stainless steel resists the acidic environment of citrus, so you won't see pitting or corrosion after weeks of use. For a commercial setting where you're cleaning the machine multiple times a day, that durability translates into less downtime. The juicer also has a removable fruit feeder and a simple drip tray, so you can pull everything apart, rinse under running water, and reassemble in minutes. No hidden nooks where pulp builds up, no need for a special cleaning solution, just a quick rinse, and you're ready for the next batch. Now, let's talk about the real-world trade-offs. The first thing you'll notice is the footprint. The gray upper body sits on a sturdy base that's about the size of a small microwave, and the lever itself extends outward when you're squeezing. In a cramped kitchen counter, you'll need at least a foot of clearance on each side. If you're a one-person household that only makes juice on weekends, that space could feel like a wasted investment. The unit also runs at a noticeable hum once the motor is engaged, nothing like a whisper, more like a low-grade blender. In a quiet CAF early in the morning, that hum can blend into the background, but in a home setting it may be louder than you expect. The lever does require a bit of force, especially when you're working with larger grapefruits or slightly underripe oranges. I found that after a few minutes of continuous use, my forearms started to feel the strain. That's not a flaw, it's simply the nature of a lever-driven commercial press. If you have a team that can rotate the lever, the fatigue spreads out. For a single user, you might end up taking short breaks between batches, which slows down the theoretical maximum output. That's why the Santos 70 is best suited to environments where a couple of people can share the workload or where you're processing a large batch in one sitting. One point that often trips up buyers is the price. This isn't a budget-friendly home appliance. It's priced in the range you'd expect for a commercial-grade unit with CE, NSF, UL, and RoHS certifications. Those certifications are more than just stickers. They guarantee the machine meets safety, food contact, and environmental standards required for public use. If you're running a juice bar that needs to pass health inspections, those certifications are non-negotiable. For a home user, they add a layer of reassurance, but they also explain why the price tag feels steep. Who should buy this? If you own a small CAF, a breakfast brunch spot, or a catering business that needs to serve fresh citrus drinks daily, the Santos 70 Evolution checks the boxes. It also makes sense for a large family that drinks juice every morning, especially if you're already buying fruit in bulk.